God says, "My infant, listen cautiously. The time has come with the intention to understand the fact. There are things taking place round you which you cannot see. There are conversations being held that you haven't been a part of. There are secrets being stored that were never meant to attain your ears. However, I, the Lord, see all. I recognize all. Nothing is hidden from me. And now, I'm revealing this to you due to the fact you want to recognize. A person on your own family is sick. Someone you love is suffering in silence. A person you trust is concealing this from you, and the reason will shake you. They have got selected to preserve this from you due to the fact they fear your response. They do no longer need you to realize due to the fact they do now not need you to interfere. They have whispered at the back of closed doorways, discussing what need to be executed, how it should be handled, and whether or not you should be told. But my toddler, I am your God, and I do not allow darkness to prevail over my selected ones. I do now not let the enemy succeed in his deception. I do no longer allow my children to be blinded and the reality is proper before them. This is why I am establishing your eyes these days. That is why I'm supplying you with this revelation. Do you feel the urgency for your spirit? Do you feel the heaviness to your heart? This is because your spirit already knows something is wrong. You have felt it in your desires. You've got sensed it in your quiet moments. You have got heard the whispers of your soul telling you that something is off. Something is being hidden. This is my voice speaking to you. That is my spirit nudging you to pay attention. And now, my toddler, the truth is coming forth. The only who is sick has been suffering for longer than you understand. Their body has been combating a struggle that no one has spoken of. Their mind has been confused with the weight of an contamination that has remained concealed. But I see it all. I have seen the silent tears. I've heard the hidden cries. I have watched as they pretended to be strong while their body weakened even as their spirit struggled. And I have waited for the proper moment to reveal this to you. That second is now. You need to not ignore this message. You should no longer brush this apart. The call of the man or woman will come to you. I will display it to you. I'm able to location it for your spirit. I'm able to affirm it through signs and symptoms, through moments, via surprising revelations so one can come upon you. Pay interest, my baby. Do no longer push aside what I'm displaying you. The enemy needs you to be distracted. He wishes you to be too busy to notice. However, I am preventing you to your tracks because that is too important to ignore. The purpose they have hidden this from you isn't just out of fear. It's far because there's a person among them who does no longer need you worried. There's someone who has taken manipulate of the state of affairs, someone who has made choices on their behalf, someone who has selected to keep you within the dark. This man or woman does now not need you to recognize the total fact due to the fact they fear what you would possibly do. They're concerned that your presence will exchange things. They realize that your prayers have electricity. They realize that your religion actions mountains. They recognize that in case you discover, you will take movement, and that terrifies them. You have been stored out of the circle. You have been intentionally excluded. They have made choices without you, assuming that you might no longer understand, assuming which you would now not agree, assuming that you would now not approve. But my baby, I do no longer operate in deception. I do not circulate in secrecy. I do not permit my chosen ones to be left in darkness. This is why I am revealing this now. This is why I'm exposing this plot. This is why I am telling you to open your eyes and spot what has been going on proper in the front of you. The illness has stepped forward further than they've admitted. It's far more severe than they've allowed on. They have tried to downplay it, to act as though the whole lot is first class, to persuade themselves that they could take care of it on their own. But my child, they cannot. They want help. They need intervention. They want my electricity, my recuperation, my presence. And that they need you. Do now not hesitate. Do no longer second guess yourself. The enemy will try to make you doubt. He's going to try to persuade you that this message isn't actual, that this urgency is misplaced. However, my baby, I've given you this word because you are meant to behave. You're meant to attain out. You're meant to discover the reality. There could be resistance. There will be individuals who try to forestall you. There will be voices telling you that the whole thing is first class, that you do not want to worry, which you are overreacting. But my infant, do now not concentrate to them. Concentrate to me. Concentrate to my voice. Agree with what I am showing you. Because the instant you leap forward, the moment you ask the proper questions, the moment you begin to are trying to find the fact, the whole lot will start to resolve. The lies will disintegrate. The deception can be exposed. The hidden things will come into the mild. This is not just about illness. This is approximately manipulate. This is approximately manipulation. That is about keeping you far away from what is happening so that others will have their manner. But I am putting a prevent to it. I'm stepping in. I'm preventing for you. And I am commanding you to move. There's a divine cause you're studying this message right now. There's a divine reason this word has come to you. It isn't by using twist of fate. It isn't always an accident. It is my hand at paintings. I have orchestrated this moment. I've organized with the intention to see this, to hear this, to recognize this. Due to the fact time is running out. Due to the fact things are transferring. Due to the fact what takes place subsequent will decide the entirety. The sickness is actual. The suffering is real. However, so is my strength. So is my restoration. So is my capability to turn things round in an instant. However, you ought to take action. You ought to step into your role. You have to flow ahead with boldness. The name can be found out to you. The fact could be confirmed. The symptoms will come. And when they do, my child, do not delay. Act at once. Speak boldly. Pray fervently. Stand firmly. Because this warfare isn't just about health. This war is about destiny. This warfare is set spiritual conflict. This conflict is set breaking the chains which have held your own family certain. I've chosen you to be the only to exchange matters. I have known as you to be the only to convey the fact into the mild. I have anointed you to be the one to break the silence, to break the lies, to bring forth my recovery. The enemy has fought difficult to preserve you from understanding. But he has lost. Because now you spot. Now you recognize. Now you're awoke. And nothing will ever be the identical again. Cross, my baby. Do what should be done. The time is now. The moment has arrived. And I'm with you every step of the manner. My beloved child, I've watched over you from the moment you had been shaped on your mom's womb. Every breath you have taken, every thought that has passed via your mind, each joy and sorrow that has touched your coronary heart, I have visible all of it. You aren't alone, and you've never been alone. Even within the moments whilst you felt deserted, while the burden of the sector regarded unbearable, I was there, guiding you, protecting you, whispering my love into your spirit. Today, I come to you with a message of reality, a revelation which you have to not forget about, for it worries the ones whom you preserve pricey. There's something that has been hidden from you, something that you have not but visible, something that has been hid below a veil of silence. However, I see all things. I know all things. And now, I am revealing to you what has been kept in the shadows. Someone to your family is sick. This isn't always a small be counted. This isn't a fleeting illness as a way to skip in a moment. That is something deeper, something that has taken root, something that they have selected to bear in mystery in place of proportion with you. You can have observed subtle signs, a trade in their electricity, a weakness in their voice, look in their eyes. You may have felt a shift within the way they convey themselves, a hesitation when you ask how they are, a carefully crafted smile that hides the fact underneath it. Your spirit has sensed it, however your thoughts has not yet understood. This is why I'm speak me to you currently, starting your eyes so that you may additionally see what has been hidden, so you may additionally act earlier than it's far too late. This individual has concealed their illness not out of malice, not due to the fact they want to mislead you, but because they're afraid. They worry being a burden. They fear the weight of fear that might fall upon your shoulders if you knew. They fear the fact, for to speak of their contamination would make it actual, could strip away the denial that has been their shelter. But you must recognize, my infant, that silence does not heal. Concealment does not cure. The fact ought to be confronted, and it is through the mild of revelation that proper recuperation can start. You could wonder why they've chosen to keep this from you. You can experience anger, confusion, even betrayal. However, do not allow these emotions harden your heart. Rather, let compassion be your guide. Reach out to them with love, with gentleness, with understanding. Do now not demand solutions in frustration, but alternatively create an area wherein they sense safe sufficient to talk. Sometimes, the best battles are fought in silence, and this man or woman has been waging a war which you had been by no means supposed to combat alone. But now, you should stand beside them. You should be their energy while their personal fails. You should be their desire whilst the darkness threatens to overhaul them. Do no longer put off. Do not brush this off as mere creativeness or paranoia. This isn't always a trivial depend, and it isn't a coincidence that you are receiving this message now. I have visible your coronary heart, and that I understand which you are sturdy enough to undergo this fact. You've been selected to be the mild on this second of darkness, to be the voice of reassurance, to be the presence of unwavering love. That is your calling now, to carry recuperation wherein there was struggling, to deliver consolation in which there has been fear, to carry peace in which there was turmoil. You can ask, who's it who among my loved ones is sporting this burden in silence? Concentrate carefully, for the answer is already inside you. Look into your coronary heart, remember the moments whilst you felt something turned into off, the times while your intuition whispered that something become not proper. Take note of the only who has regarded remote, the only whose laughter has been softer, whose energy has been dimmed. I'm able to guide you. I will vicinity them upon your heart. I'm able to lead you to them, and whilst the moment comes, you'll recognize. But do no longer approach with worry. Worry has no location in love. Walk in faith, walk in strength, walk within the reality that I am with you. I'm the God who heals, the God who restores, the God who brings forth lifestyles even from the depths of depression. This contamination, although it can seem overwhelming, isn't extra than my power, it isn't always past my attain. However, I paintings through my children, through individuals who are willing to be my arms and my voice. You are that vessel now. You are the only I've chosen to bring light into this darkness. Do no longer reduce far from this duty. Embrace it, for in doing so, you may witness miracles. Pray for them. Pray without ceasing. Permit your words be packed with faith, not fear. Declare recuperation over their frame, over their mind, over their spirit. Talk existence, now not demise. Communicate electricity, now not weak point. Stand company inside the promise that not anything is impossible for me. And as you pray, as you attain out in love, as you walk in obedience to this calling, you may see my hand flow. You'll see the not possible grow to be possible. You will see my glory revealed. My loved infant, I recognize this isn't always what you predicted to hear nowadays. I recognize that this revelation may additionally weigh heavily upon your coronary heart. However, do no longer be afraid. I'm with you. I have constantly been with you. And I will manual you in each step, in every conversation, in each moment of uncertainty. Accept as true within me. Lean on me. And together, we are able to bring recuperation wherein there was sickness, wish in which there was depression, and mild in which there has been darkness. Pass now, in religion. Do not wait. The time is now. And understand that as you flow forward, as you step into this calling, my presence will go before you, behind you, and within you. You aren't by myself. You are in no way alone. I really like you with a love that by no means fails. And because I really like you, I display what should be found out. Stay sturdy. Stay unsleeping. Live in my presence. God says, my baby, pay attention intently, for this message is accomplishing you at the appointed time. There was something hidden, something saved far away from your sight, something that worries a person you like deeply. This character has been struggling in silence, struggling in secret, no longer looking to burden you with their pain. However, I, the Lord, see all matters. I recognize the condition in their body, the burden on their spirit, the warfare they've faced behind closed doors. They've stored their sickness from you, no longer out of deception, however out of worry, out of uncertainty, out of a deep desire to defend you from fear. My infant, do not allow fear enter your heart, for I'm with you. I have been watching over this situation, and although it appears hidden from you, it has by no means been hidden from me. Every night time after they have struggled to sleep, every tear they have wiped away in silence, each moment of weak point they have got endured. I've been there. I've no longer became away. I have not left them on my own. Even now, I am shifting, working, making ready the way for healing, for recovery, for electricity to return in which weak spot has taken hold. I recognize your heart, my child. I know that whilst you pay attention this, your first instinct will be to panic, to experience crushed, to wonder why they did now not come to you quicker. But consider me on this second. This revelation isn't always intended to deliver fear, however to deliver clarity. It's time for you to step into the position I have known as you to. You are a vessel of recovery, a source of consolation, a warrior in prayer. This battle will no longer be won via human arms by myself. It will be gained through religion, through agree with, via the electricity of my divine presence. There's a motive this has come to mild now. There is a motive you are listening to this message at this exact moment. I have chosen you to be the one who stands inside the gap, the one who intercedes, the only who consists of the faith with a view to circulate mountains. Your prayers, my infant, are effective. They bring about weight inside the religious realm. Do now not underestimate what takes place whilst you talk my name, when you call upon my recovery, when you stand company in opposition to the works of the enemy. This sickness has attempted to take root, however it'll not remaining. It has tried to weaken, to interrupt, to damage, however I say to you presently, it's going to no longer succeed. I'm the God of recuperation. I am the God of miracles. I am the God who speaks existence into dry bones, who restores what became concept lost, who turns every situation for correct. Do now not let the enemy whisper lies to you. Do not permit doubt creep into your thoughts. I've declared healing over this individual's life, and my phrase does not return void. There will be a moment, my baby, where you may ought to make a desire. Will you lean into religion, or will you supply into fear? Will you believe in what I have spoken, or will you allow the enemy to shake your perception? Stand firm, my child. Do not waver. Do no longer permit the situations round you dictate your agree within me. I'm shifting even while you cannot see it. I am operating even when it feels like not anything is changing. This character, the one that you love, wishes you currently greater than ever. Even though they do now not say it, even though they preserve to cover their pain, they want your presence, your prayers, your strength. There will come a time when they open up, when they eventually percentage what they were carrying, and in that moment, you will understand exactly what to do. You may now not be caught off guard, for I've already prepared you. I've long gone earlier than you, clearing the direction, aligning the entirety for their healing to occur. But listen, my child. There is extra. There's a person who does no longer need you to realize the total reality. There is a person who has been withholding facts, who has been keeping information from you, no longer to protect, however to control. Their intentions aren't pure. They had been speaking in secret, hiding information, twisting the reality. They believe they're in control, that they could control the scenario without your involvement, that they could dictate what you do and do not recognize. But I'm exposing all things. The lies will resolve. The fact will floor. Not anything remains in darkness whilst I have commanded it to come into the mild. Do not be surprised whilst you start to see the signs and symptoms, my child. The surprising slip of the tongue, the contradictions in their words, the uneasy feeling for your spirit after they communicate. These are not coincidences. I am revealing what has been hidden. Pay attention. Be discerning. Do now not react in anger, however in know-how. Approach this situation with the power I have located within you. You do no longer want to combat this struggle with human guns. Your weapon is prayer. Your weapon is faith. Your weapon is the authority I have given you. And my baby, listen to me carefully. You are not by myself. You've never been on my own. Even in the moments when you have felt deserted, when you have wondered if anyone absolutely sees you, if everybody certainly cares, I've been there. I've watched over you. I've guided your steps. I've blanketed you from risks you in no way even knew existed. And I can continue to accomplish that. You are entering into a season of revelation. Things that after harassed you may start to make experience. Conversations you left out will come again to your thoughts with new knowledge. Connections you failed to see earlier then will suddenly turn out to be clean. I'm commencing your eyes, my baby. I am providing you with non-secular vision to look beyond what is in front of you. Do not take this lightly. A second is coming wherein you must make a selection. Do no longer hesitate. Do now not doubt. While you feel the nudge to your spirit, while you listen my voice whispering which way to head, accept as true with it. I main you to victory. I am main you to recuperation. I main you right into a season wherein you will be able to make a choice. I'm leading you to the nudge for your spirit. I'm leading you to the nudge to your spirit. I'm leading you to the nudge in your spirit. I'm leading you to the nudge in your spirit. I'm leading you to the nudge in your spirit. I'm leading you to the nudge for your spirit. I am leading you to the nudge for your spirit.